is saying, don't waste these dress rehearsals. Don't waste God's warning signs. Don't waste these alarm bells that God sent our way. But the problem is, and I know and you know, that we have such a short attention span. We live on perishable news. It comes in and 24 hours later it's gone. Something else happened. We have short attention. We forget our lessons very quickly. Oh, but Joel is saying, find out what God is saying to you during hard times, during times of crisis, during times of difficulty. Find out what God is teaching you during these difficult crisis, challenging times. Let them be a reminder for every one of us that the day is coming when God is going to shake everything that's to be shaken. Prepare yourself for the big one. How? 2 ways. First, he said, tear out the idols out of your life, but not your hair. Secondly, he said, lead others to worship and don't fret and panic like them. Lead them into worship the living God. Tear away the idols and not your hair. You know, most people, when we face a crisis, when we face a difficult time, we say, well, man, he's tearing his hair out. You know, in Israel, there was a tradition, there was a practice that when a person is in mourning or going through a tough time or a crisis, something so severe, he will literally rip his clothes, and as he rips the garment, as the fabrics gets torn apart, it's an indication of the life that is being ripped apart. But like all traditions, what happened, some would go through the motions without inner transformation. Outer symbols gave way to the real meaning. They kept the tradition but lost the meaning. They went through the outward appearances, but they did not change. Their hearts were not changed. And listen, please, it is much easier to go through the outward emotions and the outward motions when you're going through a tough time. It's easier to just do whatever it takes to get out of a crisis. Even atheists pray in a foxhole. In fact, it was said of Voltaire, the famous French atheist of the 1700s, it was said of him that he prayed to God once when he was caught in a blizzard as he was traveling in the Alps. And that is why Joel said, in times of crisis, it is your heart that needs radical change, not your circumstances. It is your heart that needs transformation, not the economy. It is your heart that needs to complete surgery and not your situation.